Hello everyone! Welcome to Castlevania. So yeah, I wanted to play something a little different today. I was debating on going back to playing more Persona, and I thought to myself, I really want to play a Castlevania game now. So this morning I started playing Castlevania The Adventure Rebirth on Wii. What do you mean? No, I fixed it. Don't worry about it. At least it should be fixed. My stream title isn't fixed. I'm going to fucking cry. This morning, you played it yesterday? Not really. I was debating about it. I was debating about it today. It's like, what do I want to actually stream? Because it would be funny, but I didn't know what Castlevania game I wanted to stream. And I was like, fuck it. I'll play the one that I like. I'll play my favorite one. So, welcome to Bloodlines. This is my favorite Castlevania game. Is my controller broken? Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Please tell me my controller isn't just fucked. If it is, I'm going to cry. Don't... Oh my god, really? I tried opening up my remapper. I forgot to restart my computer! It's fine. I'll just use the... Oh my god, really? This is what we're doing today? Okay. Thanks. Thanks, Kega. Very cool. We'll try you again. Well, I guess I'm playing with D input instead. Let me reconfigure my controller. Yep. Just Pro Controller. What the fuck? Why is my mouse on screen? I hate that. Why do I have this set to show my mouse? Turn that off. Okay, there we go. I just need to remember to restart my computer when I'm done with stream. Oops. I forgot I updated my remapper software, and gonna need to change stuff. Alright. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna give this opinion to chat. Who do I play? Do I play as Mr. John Morris up here, or do I play as Mr. Eric Lacard down here? John Morris? Alright. I usually don't play as him. I guess we'll find out why. If I remember correctly, his range is a lot shorter than Lacard, and he also doesn't have multi-directional aim on the ground, but does in the air, which is really weird to think about, because Lacard is the opposite, in which he can aim up on the ground, but can't in the air. So let's see how I handle this, because I'm used to being able to whip differently, or spear, I guess. John Morris sounds like a Red Dead character. Well, he is a Texan, so take that as you will. So this game's technically a spin-off, but it's not really. It is still a Castlevania game, just like any other. It's just classed as a spin-off, at least in canon. Because you may notice, there's no Belmont in this game. Sure, you have the Vampire Killer, but you don't have a Belmont. Also, to anyone who's played the first Castlevania game, this section will... this entire opening stage will look a bit familiar. Is this a SNES game? No, it's a Genesis game, actually. It is the only Genesis Castlevania game. Another thing that Eric Lacard has that John Morris doesn't is a super jump, and that's helpful in very few scenarios. But I will miss it dearly as I play Mr. John Morris here. Because this short range is gonna fuck me up. I'm used to being able to space myself a lot better. Probably gonna make much more use of my sub-weapons as John Morris instead of as Eric Lacard. You may be wondering, what the hell was up with my whip there? That is a special thing in Bloodlines, where each of your weapons has a tier 4 that it can go up to. But that requires well, the moment you get hit, you lose that upgrade. So it is a permanent it is permanent insofar as you don't take damage. I think John Morris deals slightly more damage than... Yeah, he does deal more damage than Lacard, but he has slightly shorter range and also can't do a few things Lacard can. Like, that stuff up there I can't get, because I'm not Lacard. I can't jump up there. Also, I have a bit of a slower swing than Eric does with his spear, so that's also gonna probably fuck me up a little bit. Ba, 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 ba. And up we go the staircase here to our first stage boss. Now each and every stage in this game has at least one mini-boss. Some have two. Oh god, don't even get me started on stage, what is it, 5? It's either 4 or 5, it has so fucking much in it and I hate it. Second to last stage. Final stage I love. I love the final stage in this game. Oh yeah. John Morris definitely deals more damage. Classic Konami segmented boss. He's dead now. Alright, there we go! Stage 1. I'm playing on normal, by the way. I don't want to do extreme right now. Especially as a character I'm unfamiliar with. But, extreme mode I have completed a few times. It is definitely harder. But it is a banger still. Last time I played this game with Lacard, I think I got a Deathless? But then again, I don't play as Morris ever, so we'll see how that ends up. I have my doubts it'll be a Deathless, but I will do my best to do that. And if we have time, I will go back and I will do this as Lacard as well. Because this is a 16-bit game, it's not going to be super long. What's so special about Bloodlines? Oh, fuck. Compared to others apart from it being easy? It's more of just, it's a better introductory Castlevania game. And that's why I'm suggesting you play it first. Because, yeah, I could be an asshole and say, oh yeah, go play 3 first. It's the real Castlevania game, and it's like, it is, but at the same point, you're gonna play 3, hate it, and then never want to play any other game in the fucking series. So, I need to give you something to at least understand the basics of Castlevania. And this is a more simple, easier to grasp Castlevania game, at least. Oh, fuck. Go up the stairs, please. You can drown in this game. Be aware. Jesus Christ! I am struggling with my lack of range. Castlevania looks like a horror survival game. I wouldn't say that, but I guess. It's very much inspired by the horror genre. Whew. Okay. Also, I've mentioned this a few times, I think Castlevania Bloodlines is a more interesting Castlevania game than most of them, just because of how varied it is. And, at least how varied its locales are. Because, I don't think I mentioned this yet, but this entire game is a Europe is a Europe trip. We are going across mid-World War I Europe, trying to stop the reincarnation of Dracula. So, despite it being one of the more canon ones due to Portrait, this has always felt like least canon in the series. Yeah, it's because it's technically a spin-off. It's not technically canon. Which is the weird thing. Or at least it's not supposed to be canon. It is canon? I was always told this game was a spin-off, and that it really didn't count. Alright, we got one shot to do this. Fuck! Nope, both the main characters' kids appear in Portrait of Ruin. Damn. Okay. Really? I don't know why that sounds wrong. I've never played Portrait of Ruin. Ah, motherfucker. Yeah. I want you instead. God, I am missing that lack of range, dude. I am missing that range so much. God. Fucking Eric has so much more range. I'm missing that so much. Although using the vampire killer it killed John. Oh, it did? It killed John? Eric got killed and had his kids stolen by a vampire. He disappears, the ghost. Gives you the quest, though. Okay. Yeah, I don't know much about the more recent Castlevanias. The most I know, like, is the 80s and early 90s Castlevanias, and I know some of them. I don't know all of them, but I know enough of them to enjoy the games I enjoy. Which is most of the classic ones. Don't usually play them to completion, but I do enjoy them. Oh, God. Again, I am missing this fucking range so much. Literally, all of my strategy in playing this game doesn't fucking work anymore because I'm playing as John. This is gonna be a rough one for me. Ugh. John Morris will not have an easy time through Europe. How the fuck do I go through here? I don't have a vault. Oh. There's just a thing over here that I go through. I've never seen this part of the stage. I can do that?! Huh?! Wait! I mean, I guess you learn something new every time, but fuck, I never played John Morris. I didn't know this was a thing you could do. What the hell? That's cool. Alright, it's Bone Dragon time. Hi, Bone Dragon. Oh no, my strategy for this guy doesn't fucking work anymore! I don't have Lacard! I can't just sit here and spin my fucking spear until he dies! It's fine, he doesn't have that much health. He does get a little erratic. Bum 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 bum. I love this game's set pieces. This is such a cool set piece. Is it the hardest thing in the world? No. Does it look really fucking cool? Yes. Is it also an interesting challenge at the same time? Absolutely. Shit like this is why I really like this game. It just has so much creativity in its design. It is a beloved franchise. There's chicken somewhere in here. Where's my wall meat? It's over here, isn't it? Where the fuck is the wall meat? It's here somewhere. I fucking know it is. Whatever. Oh, by the way, this section is harder. This section is like one of the few examples of this game being harder in the States than it is in Japan. I played this. Oh, the last time I played this, I played the Japanese version, just titled Vampire Killer, as a part of the Konami Classic Castlevania collection. That section there is not the same in Japan. It is easier. Those enemies there don't home in on you in the Japanese version, and it's very, very weird because it's like, why is it harder in North America? That shit doesn't make sense. Usually it's the opposite. Usually they make the game harder for Japan, but no. So therefore, this is like one of the few games I can think of that have three distinct versions because of how different they are. Normally NTSC versions tend to be similar aside from translation. But no, we've got three distinct versions of this game depending upon which region you play it in. Hey, Med. You're right, Red, it is a little stressful. How about this? Does this help? I can't do that strategy because I'm not Eric! My strategy has to be different because I'm not fucking Eric here! Ah! I'm gonna be struggling. So much for this being a perfect. Motherfucker. Ah! Bastard! There we go. I need to relearn these strategies, like, on the fly. But yeah, I really do just, like, genuinely enjoy this game. I think it's a lot of fun to play. I've learned so much about it as I have played it, but I know nothing about playing as fucking John. I know nothing about playing as John Morris, so my ass is gonna struggle, but hey. It's a Castlevania game. It's bound to happen. It's my just desserts for like, nearly perfecting it last time. it's the game's turn to kick my ass again, and that's awesome. I'm glad I can have a game that, like, can kick my ass and I'll feel good about it still. Jesus Christ! Fuck! Alright. That's one. Also, note, this is one of the few Castlevania games that doesn't have unlimited continues. So, let's hope I get it done. If I don't, I will be switching to La Carte, and I will be redoing the entire game again. Because this game's short enough that I really don't care. I really don't care if I start over from the beginning, because I'm so much better with La Carte. It's not even funny. But y'all wanted to see John Morris, and you know, that's cool. Here he is. He's trying his best, but maybe he's not cut out for this. So yeah, we're deep in the munitions factory of Germany, with one of the best songs in the entire series, Iron Blue Intention. I fucking love this song, it's great. It is one of the songs of all time. Again, speaking of more cool stage mechanics, here's this section, which involves pistons and crushing me. Crush my balls. Anyway. Yeah, it was your vote, Pizza, but at the same point, I blame you for this, actually. No, never mind. I don't blame anyone but you. Why did I duck? What am I doing? Here comes another section where that super jump would come in handy. But I just don't fucking have it. Because I'm John Morris and not based Eric La Carte. It's not even a fucking Belmont. So isn't, like, John Morris, like, the son of whoever the fuck it was in, like, the original, like, of, like, the movie that, like, one of the, like, Dracula's original movies and shit? I forget which one it was. I don't know what the fuck it's called, but Spikey could probably fact check me on that. Fucking John here. Isn't he like the son of a vampire hunter as well? I fucking forget which one. Oh, hi, by the way, hi Frankie. Ow, motherfucker! Because he's not a Belmont, but he's, like, at least someone who is qualified for this sort of thing. Oh, okay, so he is a Belmont, he just isn't in, like, direct name a Belmont. Named after a character from okay. That's what I was talking about. Okay. So I am right about that. Bye, Frankie. Him not being a Belmont is a plot point in Portrait. It is? So he isn't a Belmont. Is he or isn't he? Because you're giving me mixed signals here, Spiky. Saying he is, but he isn't. That's why the whip killed him? Is he a Belmont or isn't he? I know his last name isn't Belmont, it's Morris. But you said he is related to them. So is he or isn't he a Belmont, technically? Jonathan Morris is the protagonist in Portrait of Ruin. Son of John Morris. Wait, he really named his son fucking Jonathan? Bruh. Okay, I'm pissed. This man sucks. Really? So many names for your child, and you name him fucking Jonathan. It wouldn't be a problem if your name wasn't John. Just makes you sound lazy as fuck. John Jr. Basically, may as well just call him John Jr. and fucking said, yeah, that's his name. I like this guy, he's goofy. He's one of the more creative bosses in a game full of creative bosses. Fuck me, dude. Come on. No, I'm not backing down on the sentiment of I don't mind having to replay this game. But if I do, I will be playing as Lacard. Ugh. He's also from Texas. Yes, he is. He is a Texan, born and raised. Which is probably why he's not cut out for exploring Europe. Every Texan I know would have a heart attack the moment they stepped foot in Europe. Fuck you mean I can't? Fuck you mean I'm not allowed to bring my gun? What else am I supposed to do? That's what really killed him. Yeah, he was a Texan in Europe. He couldn't fucking last. Speaking of, time to go to France. This is my least favorite stage in the game, not just because it's French, but because it sucks. Also, these are the only time the red skeletons appear in this entire game, is right here. These guys, spider monkeys, worst fucking enemy in the game. Never gonna hit them. Alright, one more continue. And then we swap over and go over to Eric. So yeah, this stream's probably going to be on the shorter end, to be honest with you. This game isn't very long, but to be fair, this stream I will have gone through it almost twice. Also, if it's not clear what these flowers do, their little, the pollen that they drop reverses your control, and it's very irritating. I'm not a fan. I might suggest beating the game with John Morris. If I have time, I guess. Probably gonna do this for only a couple hours. Gonna be shorter stream. Honestly, it's probably gonna be shorter streams for a little while. Most of our non-Persona... Jesus Christ! Most of the non-Persona streams are probably gonna be short. Because I don't play very long games, usually. Actually, I think my next set of streams is probably gonna be finishing off the DKC trilogy on GBA, because I did one on GBA, and I kind of want to do 2 and 3 as well, which will probably be a couple streams a piece, because they're significantly longer than DKC 1. But I guess we'll see. Or I'll do some co-op streams this weekend. Honestly, that'll be fun. Yo, Pizza, Saturday, you up for some Fortune Street? I'll try and see if I can get Muffin in on it, too. I think Goom's gonna be on vacation, which is unfortunate because we're supposed to be doing that as well. What about X8? What about X8? I've said fuck it, I don't care about X8. Good enough. Suck at managing the economy. The game's not that hard to grasp. Do X8? No, fuck you. Fuck X8. I don't care. I will fall asleep and switch to a different game fucking 30 minutes in. Can you take a slot? Well, yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. So what are we thinking, spiky muffin, pizza, and I? Because I'm hella up for that on Saturday. I'll ask Muffin. It'll be our Saturday night stream. Hopefully you'll have better luck this time around than, last time, Spiky. Yeah, Saturday night. Or would you rather it be Friday night? Cause I'm up for either or. By Friday I mean tomorrow. Yeah, you did get third, but that was only because Junie threw and decided I don't want to play the fucking game anymore. Fuck. Taylor stream Misfortune Street? Yeah, we'll do. Definitely will do. I'll ask Muffin about it tonight and see if they'd be willing to do that tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow or Saturday. Which day works best for you two? Because it'd be about this time, either tomorrow or Saturday. Either or? Alright, Pizza, what about you? Friday sounds good. Cardboard baler is full. Oh, you're still at work. Fuck you talking about? Oh. Alright, well it looks like we're gonna be playing the game again as, the better one. Eric Lacard. Objectively just better player. We love Eric Lacard in this house. You know, actually, this makes sense. You know what? No. We're just living up to canon. Both of these two go out to try and defeat Dracula, and John Morris dies in the process instead. Tell me how the other character gets through the situation. A lot better. He has longer range. He can actually stay outside of the range of these fucking spider monkeys, which is very helpful. John Morris can't, and he has to just kind of hope to God he doesn't get fucked, which he does get fucked every time. I will show you how Lacard gets through it. And back to title screen. Alright! Eric Lacard! A Spaniard. And this is his journey across Europe, which hopefully won't end in France. Let's begin our journey in Romania. with our spear-wielding Eric Lacard, who has blonde hair in the intro, and it's covered up by green the entire game. Now, if it's not obvious, look at how much longer of a range Lacard has. It is huge. It is night and day, the comparison between these two. Gets to hit things that John Morris couldn't even dream of hitting. Case in point, he can hit that enemy up there. The tip of his spear. His Alcardi spear. Did it with Johnny, would have donated $74. Okay, that's fine. I'm not in it for the money. It's not like I care about the money. I'm playing this game because I like it. Not because I want to earn money. If I wanted to earn money, I would have picked up something like Fortnite. Or would have played one of those sponsored shitty mobile games that'll pay me like $20 to play. For my audience of 4. Should play Triple Z and get a sponsorship. You know, if Triple Z sponsors me, I may as well. It looks fine enough. I'll probably enjoy it at least a little bit. If they sponsor our stream, I'll let you know. I may take that up, because it doesn't look like that bad of a game. It's not a genre I'm particularly interested in, but it doesn't look bad. So, I don't know. I can be won over by money, it just needs to be an alright game, and most mobile games are not. Which is why I don't take sponsorship for mobile games. If Nintendo paid me to play a game, I would do it. Like, fucking, no doubt in my mind. I would. Because they at least release a game that I know I will enjoy somewhat. Can't think of a bad time I've had with a Nintendo game. That being said, Nintendo, if you hear me, pay me $5, I'll play literally any game you want. I'll take $5. I fucking don't care. Your price is low, you make good games. If I own the game, $5. If I don't own the game, buy me the game. That'll be about all I need. Thank you, Mr. Fuck, I forgot. Who did? Thank you, Mr. Douglas Bowser, for, for getting me a review code of this game. I will not let you down. Very fucking funny. My ass getting a fucking getting a Nintendo review code. That shit doesn't make sense. That will never happen. It will never fucking happen. I can tell you that right now. It will never happen. They will never pay me to play their game. I'll have to check my, stream, my fucking stream elements and see if they have a Triple Z sponsorship option open. And see what they're paying. Because some of those sponsorships can go up to like $1,200, and I'm like, shit, that would be kind of nice, but at the same point, I really don't want to play any of these shitty mobile games that are nothing but cash grabs. So, you know, at least some of them are designed as a video game. I will for money. You'll do basically anything for money, Spiky. Trust me, I know you. A bit of a slut that way. Bruh. Alright, let's move on to stage 2. Time for a trip to Greece. Also, another cool thing about the Alucardi Spear is that it stays out a bit longer. So you can get 2 hits on some enemies if you do it right. Like that. Oops. Okay, remember how much I struggled here? Look at how much more range I have. I can poke them out. Because of how much more range this spear has over the vampire killer. Plus, it stays out for longer, which means I can hit twice each time. Which makes up for the fact that Eric doesn't deal as much damage as John, but he has more active frames of that hitbox, and can therefore stick an enemy for multiple hits, which kind of makes up for it. At least partially. Because you see, Eric here does 1.5 of those little segments each hit, instead of John Morris's 2. So it does kind of matter for enemies with invincibility frames, like bosses, but for most enemies it doesn't really matter. Also, I can hit this guy off screen as Eric when I can't as John. Plus, the poke is a little more effective here, and I get a little bit more room to evade. And now we go back down. Also, unlike John, Eric's tier 4 doesn't attack any slower than his tier 3 does. So you don't have to learn a new timing window while attacking. When you get that when you get that 4th upgrade. They make Eric a twink in the Castlevania fighting game. That sounds about right. It's a twink that defeated Dracula. Also, Eric's crouching stab is really fast compared to John Morris's crouch whip, which it has about the range of Morris's crouch whip, which means it not only has high speed, but it has decent enough range too. It is shorter than his normal stab, but it doesn't really matter when you when you're at a lightning pace. No, they made him 15 years old. That sounds about right. Fuck! No, I was doing so good. I got a little overconfident with that one. Damn. No perfect run, Sag. Hill. Bum, 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 bum. Also, come on, chat. You gotta admit, this game looks better than Super Castlevania 4. You can't tell me that that game of drab brown looks better than this. Fuck. Fuck. No. No. Back the fuck off. Nah. Ah, fuck. Damn. Die already. There we go. Get the fuck out of here. Terminator arm. Alright, onward we go to stage number 3. We're heading back to Italy. It's time for our climb up the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Oh yeah, also you can knock the heads off the harpies. I don't know what causes it, but you can. And they spew a lot of blood out. In this version. Once again, if we're playing the European version, also known as Castlevania The New Generation, that doesn't happen because Europeans are... Never mind. Joke abort. Because European ratings just said no, and they didn't want that much blood in their game. Which, I mean, that's fine. That's fine. Germany had a problem with that for a long time, so I don't blame them. Ironically, for a trek across Europe, the European version is the worst version to play. Oh. Alright, it's Bone Dragon time. Watch this strategy. I love this strategy. It's called I Spin. If you're wondering how to do that, you hold the button out, and then tap the opposite direction of the D-pad. And he spins it. It's very cool. It's a situational move, but when it's useful, it's useful. It's good for a low damage, get off of me sort of thing. Again, I love this set piece. The way they did the tilting back and forth of this tower is fucking crazy. I love it. Oh, I never die here. What the fuck is going on with me today? What is this streamer's curse I'm having? Is this Dracula's curse? No, it's probably not. Is this the curse of the almighty Vlad? Actually, I think that wall meet I was talking about last time I played this stage is Japanese exclusive. Because it's not here, I'm pretty sure. Oh boy, here comes the tense part. And again, I ask you to see just how much easier this is with Lacard instead of Morris. Especially because I can hit him up here, which is very cool. Because I have enough range to do so. Unlike Mr. John Morris, who can't. And then sometimes they'll just do that, and I can't hit him, but... Alright. Get ready for hopefully a faster version of this boss, because I can upward stab him. I missed. There it goes. See, look at how much faster that was. Boom goes the dynamite. Alright! And off we go to the munitions factory in Germany. Once more. Hey, we get to listen to Iron Blue Intention again, my favorite song in the entire soundtrack. Last use of Mode 7. Spiky, Mode 7 is a Super Nintendo thing. The Genesis doesn't have a Mode 7. The correct term would be, background scaling and rotation. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. This was the last use of background scaling and rotation? No, it wasn't. I can assure you that other games have scaled backgrounds and rotation, and rotated them. if you want to talk about the last Castlevania game that used Mode 7, that would be Dracula X on the Super Nintendo, was the last one. Spiky, do you know what Mode 7 is? Let's start there. Alright, would you like to explain to the class what Mode 7 is? You're on the right track, Pizza? It is a little more specific. Mode 7 is a graphical rendering mode that the Super Nintendo uses. It has various specifications, as do the rest of the modes on Super Nintendo. It is the last mode out of 8. It is special for its ability to translate the background tile set. Holy shit, I'm glad I didn't die. It is special for its ability to translate the background tile set in special ways that cannot be done in other modes. So how that works is it uses a bunch of offsets, and it also doesn't allow for other backgrounds to be used. It allows for a solid background, a solid color background, but does not allow for any other background layers. So it is a single background layer that can be manipulated via offsets and via scaling, or via translation tables. And it was used to effectively render games like F-Zero or specific sections of Super Mario World. In fact, it is the reason why some of the sprites in Mario World can rotate, is because they're technically a Mode 7 background that just rotates in accordance to what the game desires it to do. Super Mario Kart also used, well, what I don't remember is if Mode 7 allowed... No, it wouldn't have been using Mode 7 because it couldn't have, applied, It couldn't have applied the backgrounds that it has, due to the fact that... Wait, no. Can it use 2 background layers? I forget. I'll have to check again. I'll have to check what Mode 7 actually has. You know what, I'll do so in a sec, because I want to make sure I'm correct. But, here, let me check. Graphical mode on the SNES that allows a background layer to be rotated and scaled on a scanline by scanline basis to create depth effects. It also supports wrapping effects such as translation reflection. Most famous of these effects is the application of perspective on a background layer by scaling and rotating the background layer in a manner like F-Zero does, creating a faux 3D. 8 graphical modes, range from 0 to 7 for displaying background layers. The last one has a single layer that can be scaled and rotated. Two-dimensional affine transformations produce any combination of translation, scaling, rotation, reflection, rotation, shearing. However, many games create additional effects by setting a different transformation matrix for each scan line. In this way, pseudo-perspective, curved surface, and distortion effects can be achieved. Mode 7 graphics are generated for each pixel by mapping screen coordinates, background coordinates using affine transformations. Suited for racing games, used extensively for overworld sections of RPGs like Final Fantasy VI. This effect enables developers to create an impression of sprawling worlds and continue towards the horizon. Super Mario Kart, some cinematics in Super Metroid, some boss battles in Mario World. Mode 7 effects can be implemented on the Super Nintendo without hardware acceleration of Mode 7, such as axelage, rolling pin, vertical scrolling. And then if it uses Mode 7, and then it uses Mode 7 and one boss in the end credits. The Sega Genesis has no hardware native feature comparable to Mode 7. However, as in Tales of Phantasia and Star Ocean's sprite effect add-ins, some comparable technical feats were programmed entirely in software. So, no, the difference is that Mode 7 is something that is built into the hardware. So anything that isn't a Super Nintendo game cannot use Mode 7 based on the imperative fact of what Mode 7 is. Sonic CD uses it, and no it doesn't. Sonic CD does not use Mode 7 because Mode 7 doesn't exist on that. It is a hardware thing, not a software thing. Yes, Pilot Wings is another big example of Mode 7 being used. Again, Mode 7 is a hardware thing, not a software thing. You can recreate its effects in software, but Mode 7 specifically uses hardware to accelerate that. It is a hardware-accelerated affine transformation layer. This also means the Game Boy Advance doesn't technically have Mode 7. It has a different mode that does similar things, but it's not Mode 7. So, correct terminology would be, would probably have something to do with, background affine translations. Yes, this game does have some Mode 7-like effects. They have effects that you would see in Mode 7. Thought it was in the cartridges? Nope, Mode 7 is a built-in hardware mode. If it wasn't built in, how would the likes of Super Mario World use it? But yeah, this game has a lot of very, very clever scanline effects. Because the Sega Genesis was really, really good at that sort of stuff. That's why Sonic games are really, really good with like their parallax scrolling effects, is because the Genesis loved to have scanline interrupts. It was very, very good at handling them. So a lot of games would use scanline interrupts. Another example of scanline interrupts, actually, is the parallax in this stage. You'll notice the foreground grass scrolling faster than the background there. Is a scanline thing because of Mode 7? No, they are two separate things. Scanline interrupts are effectively telling the CPU, or it's effectively telling the GPU to stop drawing what it's supposed to draw next in the frame buffer, and to instead draw something else. Sonic TZ special stages, how do those work? It's basically what I said. It's the it's all scanline effects. Just because... No. Effectively, what it does is it tells the CPU to stop, or it tells the GPU, or whatever handles output on your respective console, because most consoles do support this. It tells it to stop whatever it's doing, and render this next set, and to re-render, effectively. So, it just reinserts data, it shoves data into the frame buffer, in a specific way that allows for mid-frame changes. So you aren't drawing a whole frame at a time, you're drawing... Because, again, this was before the era of strict frame rate and shit like that. This was the era of CRTs, where everything was drawn scanline by scanline, pixel by pixel. So, you had the ability to stop and change what's in your buffer each scanline. And that was just effectively a way of... Or it was effectively a trick of just telling the hardware to render this scanline differently than the last one. Or to render some scanlines with specific properties that other scanlines don't have. Oops. Were you wanting me to find out which SNES games use Mode 7 the best? Using anything the best is a subjective statement. So, it's hard to say which game used it the best, because, you know, you can't really... There is no imperative form of what is the best out of anything, really. It is what you think is the best. Because what one person thinks is the best use of it could be different from someone else's, could be different from someone else's. Let me just fall down the stairs here. Ooh. Sorry for disturbing you. Let me fall down the stairs here. Ah, fuck. I really don't want to start this stage over. There we go. I forgot about you. This dude sucks. Oh, you are not gonna be ready for what this guy, for what these soldiers have next, because we've seen some with bows, some with hammers, and then there's this guy. He was a segue. Need I remind you, this is the early 1900s, and this man has a segue. This boss is also annoying. I am not a fan of the two faces. Ugh. I have to perfect the next boss, I'd like to mention. I have to perfect this boss. I don't know if I'm ready, but I will do my best. I do not want to have to replay France. Alright, here we go. Surprise, it's Mothra! Fuck! Alright, we're replaying France. God damn it. That's fine. Oh. Wait, they don't restart you at the beginning of the stage for this? Huh? Okay. That's weird. I swear they did. Alright. Sure, I'll take it. I don't have to replay France. Oops. Hello, Mothra. Again. They want you to spend as little time in the accursed land as possible. Thank God. Thank you, Konami. Less time I have to spend in France, the better. And we're done. Bye, France. Alright. Last stop on our trek across Europe, a place that isn't really considered Europe anymore, England. We're heading to the British Isles. Oh, hey, Spiky, remember earlier when I said, when I mentioned, yes, the classic Castlevania bridge collapsing sequence? Here it is. There it goes. Also, here is the coolest fucking effect in the entire game. I love this room. This room is awesome. It is nothing but scanline distortion effects. It is so fucking cool. Oops. Jumped a little early. If this looks a little disorienting, it is. But what do you mean it's a little hard for Twitch to capture right now? There's no funny business going on here. Just a normal-ass stage. I love this effect so fucking much. It is so cool. Fuck! As if the screen is split in three. It is! Red, that's not Twitch. That's the game. That is the mechanic of this room. This is that scanline distortion I was talking about. You can do the same thing with parallax scrolling layers, you can do the same thing here. Point of advice, always look at your feet. No, Spiky. This is something Mode 7 couldn't do, Spiky. This isn't possible with Mode 7. Neither is this, to be fair, but... You know, the fact that y'all keep bringing up Mode 7 really does show that the Super Nintendo was the better 16-bit console. Because you associate literally everything with the Super Nintendo. I'm so glad you all agree that the Super Nintendo is the best console of its generation. The Genesis really... the Genesis really doesn't stand a chance. Actually, Pizza, no it didn't! The Super FX 2 made that possible. Hi, Death. No, the Super FX is a coprocessor. It doesn't have, rendering modes like Mode 7 does. You know what? I'm gonna take care of you first. Hey, look, it's this guy again. You know, normally this is a Capcom thing, but I guess Konami can have one too. Welcome to the boss rush!
Oh yeah! This is happening!
Hosted X Sonic C, the joke mod made by the official X Sonic dev, and so many people joined, and left instantly cause I named the server X Sonic C release party.
That's awesome. That's awesome, Gunner. Also, thank you for the sub. 11 months now, god damn. Is Pharaoh Man gonna be there? Nah, Pharaoh Man isn't there. Are those tarot cards? Yes, they are. Also got work at 6 AM, so sleep. Alright, well take care, Gunner. Thanks for popping by, and thank you for the sub. Hope you sleep well. You come back around this way? I want the meat. Thank you, Death. How very kind of you. Yeah, the numbers come from the stage they're associated with, I think. Goodbye, dear man. Alright, Death, it's time. I've defeated your game. Come face me like a real man, bitch. Oh. He schmixed on me. Got him. Yeah, he couldn't block that mix-up. Get fucked, Death. Goodbye. Alright. Next up. Another boss. Here's supposedly the main antagonist of the game. Elizabeth Barkley. I mean Medusa. Alright, that's phase 1. Very simple pattern. Just stay close to her and jump over that big long tail. Here comes phase 2. This is long and boring. I do not like phase 2. This is the entirety of phase 2. You walk up to her, crouch stab her, and then she takes, like, 3 damage. If those balls coalesce in the middle, it is an unavoidable attack that she does to you. Each one of those different orbs has a different attack. Alright, and now she's out of attacks, so we start from the beginning again. Wham, 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 wham. Hey, Mega Man X3 called. It wanted its shitty boss patterns back. Fucking die. Oh, you've got one more. Never mind. Fucking die. There she goes. Ah, the thematic music. So there you go. I just had to let that play out. I love that theme. So here's Dracula. The motherfucker himself. I'll do my best to first try him. I have no promises. Fuck. Alright. Here we are. Phase 3. Welcome to this fucking thing. Not only is it big and weird, but it also lags the game whenever you hit it. Fuck! Alright. No first try. That's fine. Alright, it's gonna take a little bit longer to get back there because I don't have the full range of the Alcardi Spear, but, you know. Phase 2 is gonna take a little bit longer, it's gonna be less of a blowout. Okay, here we go. On to phase 3. This is the longest phase, and the one that's actually challenging. Also, now he breathes fire out of his... wherever this is. This is part 2 of phase 3. So not only does he have 3 phases, he has... his third phase has 3 parts to it. What's your opinion of Luigi having a stroke? I don't know. I hope he gets better. No one should ever have to suffer a stroke. That shit sucks, I'm sure. Goodbye, Dracula. What does all art being political have anything to do with fucking Luigi having a stroke? There he goes. And that's Castlevania Bloodlines. Oh, someone said that on Twitter? That's how I can tell that is the stupidest fucking thing in the world. Because it was said on Twitter. No one fucking believes that. Not all art is political. What you take from it may be political, but not all art is political. So yeah, that's Castlevania Bloodlines. My favorite Castlevania game, and I know some people are gonna disagree with that, and that's fine. We all have our likes, we all have our dislikes. This is the game that I keep coming back to consistently. I very much enjoy this game. It's quick, it's fun, and hell, even on hard, it's a pretty good challenge. Or just playing as John Morris, but favorite Castlevania game is the one where you sit in a corner and get picked up by a tornado. You are a Castlevania 2 fan. Fuck you. Look, guys, we found her! The one Castlevania 2 fan! Point and laugh. Point and laugh. She likes Castlevania 2. Yes, it was an AVGN episode, because that game is fucking awful. It is also the first Metroidvania Castlevania game. Anyone who says Symphony of the Night was the first one, go fuck yourself, you're wrong. Everyone knows that Castlevania 2 was the first Metroidvania Castlevania game. Symphony of the Night is good, right? I haven't played it personally. Everyone else says it's good. I will take their word on it. I have no interest in playing it personally. So, that's really up to whoever's playing it. That's not for me to decide. I haven't played Symphony of the Night. I have no incentive to really play Symphony of the Night. So, I'm not gonna. So, that was... Actually, you know what? I may play Symphony of the Night in October for, like, the sake of it being, spooky month. I may do it then. On par being difficult, like how Zelda 2 is hard. What are they doing making Castlevania games anymore? They don't. They don't make Castlevania games anymore. Konami doesn't fucking make games anymore. I need to see something. How the fuck does this collection not have Rondo of Blood? Okay, I'm looking at the collection of... Yeah, I'm looking at the Castlevania collection, or the Castlevania Anniversary collection that Konami put out. How the fuck does this game not have Rondo of Blood? Everyone loves Rondo of Blood, right? It doesn't have Rondo of Blood, but it has Kid Dracula in it. Clearly, the priorities that they had. Despite the fact that they have a localized version of it. Or at least give us Dracula X! Fucking why? But nah, Castlevania The Adventure and Castlevania 2 Belmont's Revenge are on here. This game has the anti-tampering software? What do you mean it has the anti-tampering software? Every game does. Or at least most of them do. Why is this a surprise to you? Fuck yeah, Peak is there instead of cringe. What, Kid Dracula? You know what, actually, next time I pull this up, I think I'm gonna play it on Switch instead. I think I'm gonna play my next Castlevania game on Switch. So I will let you all decide which one I should do next, because I have a good selection here on Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, Adventure, Adventure 2, or Kid Dracula. Those are our options. Which one are we picking? One for Kid? Pizza, what's the next one? 1 through 4, Adventure 1 and Adventure 2, and Kid Dracula. Those are your options. Alright, Castlevania 2 Belmont's Revenge it is. Son of Christopher. Well, it's technically not called Castlevania The Adventure 2. It's technically... No, I was talking about Castlevania. It's funny that they have the same names! And Kid Dracula. What fucking Sonic game is Kid Dracula? Werehog. True! Had Bloody Tears? Yeah, but Bloody Tears is nowhere near as good as Iron Blue Intention. Get on my fucking level. Iron Blue Intention is so much better. Hit your head on Deborah's rock indeed. Screw it. I'll decide which Castlevania game I'll play next time. Anyway, thank you all for tuning in. This has been another shorter stream. I know. What a horrible night to have a curse. This has been another shorter stream, I know, but I swear we'll have some longer games eventually. You know, we can always play Command Mission whenever we reach that goal. I'm unlocking the goal for that, so it's, whenever we hit $100, I'll play Command Mission. So, you know, you have unlimited time to donate, I guess. I'll play Command Mission eventually, and whenever that's full, I will do it. I will not play it until it is full. And that is my only stipulation. This is an alright night to have a curse. So yeah. Join us tomorrow, probably, for Fortune Street. We'll see you then. I've been Jana, this has been Castlevania Bloodlines, and I hope you have a great night.